Part of the job of the secretary is actually not just to take minutes, but to keep records from the previous administration. I never got any of the previous administration's records or anything. And as for minutes, my advisor, Darlene Jensen, spent time in orientation with all of us. Every one of us who were elected or appointed last spring for AS were given orientations. She gives us intense orientations. We're not just thrown into the mix and say, do it. And Darlene helped to tweak the minutes for me. I mean, for Interclub Council, we didn't just do the minutes the way they'd been done the previous year. We tweaked them. We helped making them different. So there is that. I'm not going to answer your question or yours either, so just put them down. And no, I'm going to hold the floor now. I don't yield, and I won't yield at all. There, you have to have an orientation. Doing the minutes, everybody does minutes in a different way. A club does its minutes in one way. AS does its minutes in another way. ICC does its minutes in another way. Cypress College, their minutes from last year look so much different from the ones from this year. So obviously, somebody tweaks them or somebody decides to do them in a different way. There seemed to be a lot of sniping at me at the San Jose meeting from Stella Kim, who was yapping at me because she didn't like the font I used or whatever. So if you've got problems with the way the font is or whatever, then you have to establish that. As for these phone calls to other people, during the summertime, I was very worried about the delegates. We'd actually had, and I spoke to the delegates.
You are addressing certain comments from different people. You're going back to the same argument that you were saying before. Can you answer the questions?
I'm answering the questions. They were talking about...
Back to the main meetings. I have no idea what happened.
No.
And you already addressed this.
As for the Long Beach thing, well, Ethan did assure me that he was going to drive me. And when he did, I thought, okay, good. But he didn't really give me enough time. On Tuesday, just 4 days before the thing, he tells me that I'll be riding with Yovan instead. And Yovan tells me only 2 days before. I didn't have enough time to set up a new thing. And then I find out Mike, and I call him on Friday. He doesn't call me back till Saturday when he's about to leave. Now, obviously, some of you can depend on rides from other people. When you can't make it yourself, you can attend rides with some other people. I should be able to also depend on somebody to drive me somewhere. If you guys all drive each other places, why couldn't you also drive me too? If there wasn't such hostility towards me, one of the reasons why I couldn't call you back after the San Jose meeting is I felt such hostility from so many people, complete hostility, that I didn't think that I could even talk to you people anymore. You did not treat me with kindness at all or consideration. I didn't know who was on my side. I didn't know who was against me. But I shouldn't have been treated in any kind of hostile way whatsoever. That was totally inappropriate. There should have been friendliness towards me, and there wasn't. The fact is, when we were elected, actually Meg and Ahmed, well, not Ahmed, but Jason Ball, neither of them voted for either of David and me. So there was hostility right there already.
We're going back to the same pattern.
Too bad.
I haven't addressed any of the questions. I'll get back to you in 1 second. I need to address everyone else. Ethan, hold on, Ethan first. Obviously.